Nelsonville is a quaint city in northwestern Athens County, Ohio, located on U.S. Route 33. However, plans to develop a bypass around the city are already underway. The impact of the bypass on the city is still unknown, but people already have their opinions.
It gets really nuts. I spend maybe um, 20 minutes on the off hours, on the non-rush hour times going through Nelsonville. And when it's rush hour or when there's bad weather, I may spend something like 45 minutes or an hour going through just that few miles of Nelsonville. And once they set up the bypass, I'm hoping to shave off those, 20 or 45 minutes just right off my commute. It's going to be glorious. But I know on the other side, obviously there are a lot of businesses that are specifically geared towards getting the commuters in. A lot of fast food, a lot of gas stations, a lot of other things, and they're going to see an impact from not having the cars going through that area all the time. Also, I know that they're building through the forest, and I don't know if there was a better route for them to go through. I think the entire area is kind of wooded, so that's pretty unfortunate. I don't know if they've thought this completely through or not. It certainly seemed pretty sudden to me, and I'm one of the people who stands most to benefit from it. I would have liked to be in on the decision-making process. Maybe, go to a town hall meeting and figure out where, possible sites for building or what they want to do. So yeah, I don't know how much they've thought this through, but it's definitely going to impact business a lot, and it's cutting through that beautiful forest. So I mean, I understand the drawbacks.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice town actually, and I don't know, it kind of stinks because now no one's going to be driving through there. It's such a tiny town. It's probably going to take a economic loss. I won't really have a reason to go there anymore, because you used to just stop there when you were on your way to Columbus or something, and now we won't have to. So,
in an interview with an engineering student who helped plan the bypass, we were able to learn what type of planning went into the process of designing and developing the Nelsonville bypass. John Eubing is a civil engineering major at the Russ College of Engineering Technology at Ohio University.
There's one little town that it kind of passed through, and they had to take some houses out. Most of them, some of them were just abandoned warehouses and stuff, but I know some of them actually had families in them and stuff.
Do you know, for those businesses, is there any sort of compensation or?
Basically, I think they just pay them off.
Okay.
There's a certain projection of how much you have to supply them in cost, and you just buy them out, and they just relocate themselves.
Okay.
I mean, it's such a big project. I mean, $45.2 million. I mean, I think each one has made like $300,000 just to relocate like one business or like one house. So I mean, and that's like one of the things we did, is that you strive to not do that to save money and to save like complaints or time like dealing with people. So that's another big goal of the project.
Okay.
For every tree that's taken out, because the Nelsonville bypass passes through the Wayne National Forest, for every one tree taken out, 1.5 trees will be replaced. I don't know the certain locations where they will be replaced. I'm guessing on the sides of the roads, because I know that as the elevation comes in from one side, it's going to go down the other side, and this whole side is just going to be new, fresh dirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that they're going to build trees on the side that has the negative grade. But basically the main thing is replacing every one tree with 1.5 trees.
Okay. And then, do you have an estimate of how many trees, just in your project?
And our trees, I think it was about our road took up about 72 acres, and per acre, I think there's like 230 trees or something like that. So I think we were dealing with like multiple 100,000 trees.
I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I drive through Nelsonville pretty often because it's the only way to get through. I think that a bypass would be a good idea because it's a pain in the butt to go through. It's so small, there's only a 2-lane highway coming through, and it literally is probably the longest part of the trip going through there, and it takes at least a half hour, and if you hit rush hour it's even worse. So I think a bypass would be good because it would just connect the highway to Lancaster.